What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a major WrestleMania 40 match is still on, Randy Orton goes the extra mile, John Cena drops a cryptic tease, Triple H really is saving WWE, a WWE star's wrestling future uncertain, Drew McIntyre shoots on the WWE product, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at a major WrestleMania 40 match still on. Our top story looks at the latest news regarding Seth Rollins and how his injury is going to potentially change WWE's creative direction for WrestleMania 40. On Friday, it was reported by numerous sources that the reigning world champion suffered an injury during his match with Jinder Mahal on Raw. Rollins has suffered a torn MCL and partially torn meniscus, however it hasn't been stated whether Rollins requires surgery. Dave Meltzer on the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio offered some insight into WWE's creative mindset, and according to Meltzer, the plan as things stand is still for Rollins to face CM Punk at WrestleMania in April. As of an hour ago, Seth Rollins and Punk are still scheduled for WrestleMania. As far as that could change, yes, I was told yes it could change, but it's up in the air. But right now, he's still on WrestleMania. I heard yesterday he was pulled from some house shows and whatever how long to be determined, but it's a significant injury. But we don't know how significant. I mean, as far as like how long we'll be out for right now. But yeah, so that's the basic gist of it. Meltzer continued by saying, and decisions will have to be made. If it's a month thing though, they should probably just go with their plans. If it's, gonna be 2 months or more, I mean, you could always do an interim if it's gonna be a couple of months, or you could just strip him, which they have done many times before, and change plans. Rollins is set to address the WWE Universe tomorrow night on Raw, and fans on social media are throwing around numerous booking ideas, which range from Rollins surrendering the world title to Damian Priest cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. Next up, Randy Orton goes the extra mile following SmackDown. Randy Orton has been a joy to watch since he returned in November, and now WWE's resident Viper has shown just how much the fans mean to him. Fan footage has shown how Orton decided to greet every single fan at ringside following SmackDown this week. At one stage in the footage, a member of the WWE crew seems to inform Orton to wrap it up, yet Orton hilariously ignores the individual and proceeds to carry on fist bumping the fans. Orton is set for a major match at the Royal Rumble next week, as Orton will feature in a fatal four-way matchup for Roman Reigns' undisputed title. Next up, Cody Rhodes says he's the man for the job. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes featured in a dark match following SmackDown this week, and after Rhodes' match, he cut a promo in which he declared he's aware of the news, likely meaning the rumors that The Rock could be returning to WWE. Rhodes would declare that he brings a championship back to Atlanta and that he's the right man for the job. I've done a few silly things, but all of them were in efforts to give this city, the town, the community that raised me something to remember. When you're home, you share things that you would only share at home. Here's one. There is only one thing that makes me tired of coming home. The only thing that makes me tired when coming home is coming home empty-handed. I think we need to change that. I'm not immune to all the news, everything that's happening, what won't happen. All I can tell you is this, I'm the right man for the job, I'm the best man for the job, I'm heading into the Rumble, I'm gonna go back to back, and I'm gonna bring a championship back home to Atlanta. It's interesting that Rhodes didn't explicitly state that he was coming for the undisputed title in his promo, yet it still appears that Rhodes' focus is on becoming undisputed champion at WrestleMania 40. Next up, why Triple H is really saving WWE. Now we just saw the return of Pete Dunne, the former Butch, on SmackDown. Giving the Bruiserweight his old gimmick back is definitely a step forward for the star on SmackDown. But things always weren't going to be this way. In fact, it would have ruined Pete Dunne's career. As during an interview with Muscleman Malcolm, former WWE stars Mason Mansoor alleged that Vince McMahon wasn't going to even let Pete Dunne wrestle. Just a guy who attacks people. As he mentioned, LA Knight was super cool because he could have just said no, but he didn't. He tried to make it work. I remember talking about how much Vince McMahon was into the idea with LA, and LA was just like, I don't want to be a manager. I still got a lot left in the tank. Dude, Vince McMahon wanted Butch to be a guy that never wrestles. Vince wanted Butch Pete Dunne to be a scrappy little guy who just attacks people, but he never wanted Butch to actually wrestle a match. This is insane. How can you have a wrestler on the roster just not wrestling? We're so happy to have Triple H in the role he has right now. Next up, John Cena drops a cryptic tease. A WWE legend, John Cena is always prone to drop a random tease on his Instagram page, and yesterday Cena posted an image of the classic NWO t-shirt on a WWE 2K24 hanger. Is this a tease as to what's to come in the new 2K installment, or could it be a tease of a potential future storyline? We'll have to wait and see. Cena decided to sport an NWO shirt during his Firefly Funhouse match with Bray Wyatt in 2020, so it's likely that Cena's tease meant that 2K will be doing something in the Firefly Funhouse match, or even potentially having the match in some type of WrestleMania showcase mode. Who knows, we could be getting the full 40 years of WrestleMania showcase. Would you guys like that? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, AEW returning to the old format. Last night, Tony Khan announced that AEW will be bringing back their ranking system. This was a system that was used during the early days of AEW's inception, and for the most part it received positive feedback from fans. Taking to Twitter, Khan stated, "The rankings are coming back to AEW going forward, starting this month. AEW is having a very exciting January, and this is only the beginning of an amazing 2024 for AEW and our fans." What do you guys think of the ranking system? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE stars wrestling future uncertain. Shelton Benjamin was shockingly released from his WWE contract last year, and it was a huge blow to the locker room as Benjamin was a beloved name backstage. Despite not being used much on TV, he was still labeled as an incredibly valuable talent. Benjamin recently appeared on the Kurt Angle show, and he was open and honest about his future plans in pro wrestling, and the former Intercontinental Champion revealed he doesn't know what's next for him. To be honest, I don't know, I'm still weighing options. I had a knock on my door here and there. I have no commitments, nothing major to announce aside from a few indie dates and a lot of autograph sessions. I've been taking my time on deciding what I want to do next. I'm at the point in my career where I want to have fun. If it's not worth it, I want to have fun and make money. If it's not worth it, I just don't want to do it. That's a pretty fair statement from the gold standard himself, but hopefully he sticks around in the wrestling industry as he still has a ton to offer inside and outside the ring. Next up, Drew McIntyre shoots on the WWE product. And one of the highlights on Raw over the past few months has been Drew McIntyre's character work. McIntyre has excelled in his tweener role, and although McIntyre is pushing towards the heel side these days, his motivations and motives have still logic and reasoning behind them. In the latest reports, it's believed that the former WWE champion has yet to re-sign with WWE, which subsequently makes his recent comments during an interview with Review STL rather interesting. In the interview, McIntyre offered his thoughts on the state of the WWE product, and McIntyre had overwhelming praise. Looking across the board at WWE in general, but specifically on Raw, everybody is upping their game, be it on the microphone, be it from a character perspective, be it from the in-ring game. It's awesome to see because it's a 3-hour show and it's not easy to sit down and watch a 3-hour wrestling show. He continued to say, "It's like watching a 3-hour film, no matter how good it is. A Martin Scorsese number, wow, that's really good, but it was long. These days we have so many different characters, unique storytelling going on. For me personally, this is the most compelling character-wise I've felt in a very long time because of the different approach we're taking telling stories, which is to make it as real as possible, because if it's real to the superstar, then they're feeling it and the audience will be them." This may be a reach, but McIntyre praising the product and the direction of his character in this manner is surely a sign that he's happy in the company and willing to re-sign. There were previous reports that McIntyre was unhappy with his creative direction, yet these recent comments implied the complete opposite. McIntyre has been heavily rumoured to begin a feud with CM Punk between now and WrestleMania 40, and it's rumoured that the two will collide at the Elimination Chamber PLE next month. And finally, positive Charlotte news. Our final story today takes a look at some positive news regarding Charlotte Flair. Flair is currently on the shelf after suffering a serious knee injury, yet footage has circulated of the multi-time women's champion working out, and now her father Ric Flair has shared some encouraging news. Appearing on Busted Open Radio, the Nature Boy revealed, "Her recovery, she's crushing it. She's actually going to come back faster than they will ever recommend. That's unbelievable. I thought that might be one of the biggest compliments. I mean, it's unfortunate that they had to come from a doctor in a hospital, but I keep telling people, man, she's a different kind of cat." This is great news, and hopefully Flair's recovery goes to plan and she is eventually able to return to the squared circle. As things stand, Flair will be missing WrestleMania 40, which is a shame, as she was no doubt in line to be in a featured match on the show, and based on reports and rumors, this would have been likely against Bianca Belair. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.